All appropriate departments of our government, from Homeland Security to Defense, are engaged fully in the disaster and the response and recovery effort. Probably has never been seen for something like this. This is an island surrounded by water, big water, ocean water.
What is he saying?
Did you know that you need oxygen to live? These are also things Trump's just letting you know. Things
Big
everywhere.
oxygen.
Big oxygen. So believe me, the internet did not let him go off the hook. Here's someone named Jennifer Rubin. This is the White House surrounded by stupidity, big stupidity, an ocean of stupidity. Alex says big water like no one has ever seen before. Nobody knew the water was this big, believe me, and wet, very wet. I have a house that is wet, by the way. And then somebody put this together. I thought this was funny. Mainland U.S., huge ocean, really big, an island.
And then the arrows to roads.
Roads. Cuba. And then somebody said, just wait till he learns that we have boats that go underwater. I can't wait for that tweet. Many people don't know this, but they have boats that go under the water. They're called submarines.
They're huge.
Surrounded by water.
Big water.
Big water. Huge. Bigly. And they cut through that water, boy, like nobody's business.
This is the biggest water that's ever happened because of this presidency.
That's right.
I made the oceans big.
All appropriate departments of our government, from Homeland Security to Defense, are engaged fully in the disaster and the response and recovery effort. Probably has never been seen for something like this. This is an island surrounded by water, big water, ocean water.
You couldn't sound dumber.
Did the prompter go down? Like, what happened? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what?
No, he's trying to riff because he knows how stilted he sounds reading. So he can't read well out loud. And so he doesn't. I think that's what that is my theory. And so he tries to throw in ad-libs, but his ad-libs are the worst. They're just Trumpisms like that. The huge water, big water. Or disaster, the worst. Nobody's ever seen anything like it, ever.
We're closely coordinated with the territorial and local governments, which are totally and unfortunately unable to handle this catastrophic crisis on their own. Just totally unable to.
That's admit. He said he improvs that so he can say it without just totally unable. He just repeats what he read and he says it like more fluently. So he literally just did that. He just repeated what he said.
Totally unable to.
Totally unable. Just totally.
You can't do
just
it.
Totally unable. He's
Ultimately, the government of Puerto Rico will have to work with us to determine how this massive rebuilding effort will end up being one of the biggest ever, will be funded and organized, and what we will do with the tremendous amount of existing debt already on the island. Likewise, we're working closely with the Virgin Islands on the disaster recovery, and that effort is going very, very well. Both governors, I have to tell you, of Puerto Rico and of the Virgin Islands have been extremely good. They are working so hard.
They're extremely good? What do you... what?
See, that's him riffing. That's him trying to sound, because he knows it's probably hurting his own head how bad he sounds reading it. So he's trying, I got to start talking. But both of them have been extremely...
And he's like, of course he brings up, they got some debt. Like, why are you bringing that? What?
I know.
Why do they have debt? Because you'd rather
the neoliberals screwed them.
Oh.
The bankers screwed Puerto Rico. That's another story, yes.
Right.
So there remains a lot of work to do, and we will work with the folks that we're working with right now. They're trying...
So now he's riffing. So his speech part seems to be over, and he's just kind of summing up. So we're going to work with, who are we working with? The people who we're working with. Whoever that is, I don't know.
they're
You know,
gonna
I'm golfing, right? I'm leaving this, and I'm going right to a golf course. You know that.
You know, right?
I'm going to go to that golf course, and I'm going to rip the mayor of San Juan. You know that, right?
And it's like, yeah, Puerto Rico's in debt. I mean, I wonder what an extra $80 billion would do for their rebuilding efforts that you just gave for military. I wonder how could that help?
$80 billion for nothing. By the way, for nothing a year. $80 billion for nothing a year. I bet we could fix Puerto Rico.
I bet you for $80 billion, it's not that big of an island. I bet you we could fix it. Get it at least in pretty good shape.
Oh, boy. Bigly. Really bigly.
Bigly,
fix it.
huge. And
He's a great bigly reader.
And the workers are working with the work.
The people who we work with are working with the work. And the workers.
And the governors are
good.
Good.
They are good.
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 The ocean is big and it's wet.
Come on. First of all, come on. Again, even if you voted for Trump, you have to be laughing with this. You have to be laughing with this. You know this guy's, unless you're as dumb as he is, I don't know, maybe.
Right.
I'm dumb, but I'm not. He went to Wharton. He's got $1 billion. He's smarter than you.
Oh, this is what happens when your parents just give you money your whole life.
This is what happens.
This is when you don't have to. I've never worked a day in his life.
Right.
Never done an honest day of work in his life.
This is true. Anyway, fantastic. That's our president.